Assalamu alaikum. This is Harim Sumro and my co-partner Mohammad Wasir Khan is with me in this presentation. So today's topic is all about SQA and how we have implemented SQA in our final year project. So let's get started. First of all, we should know what SQA is. SQA is a process that assures all the software engineering processes, methods, and activities. I would like to introduce our application, that is our final year project. So the main and the significant reason for developing e-vaccine application is to facilitate parents by providing them an online vaccination service. In past, parents took their children to their hospitals for early vaccination, but e-vaccine application will provide information that will bring revolution in changing the mindset of parents. The e-vaccine application will also provide a platform where parents can make their accounts and provide basic information that are required. Their child information for vaccination such as name, date of birth, and vaccination history.
Now we have objectives. To achieve the best quality software product, we have designed the applications to make sure that our quality is very good and efficient. And the most and significant reason behind developing the application is to reduce the time and cost of parents. Since in this modern age of technology, where parents have very busy schedule, and this is very difficult for them to find time for going hospitals, our vaccination system will help them to manage their time and schedule for vaccination. Another important reason for developing application is to manage the schedule of infants' early vaccination, because timely vaccination is very important for developing a strong immunity system.
Now, the elements and the tools of SQA that need to be discussed. Number 1. Visual Studio Code. This is a free source code editor made by the Microsoft. It includes features that support for debugging, syntax highlighting, intelligent code competition, snippets, code refactoring, and embedded Git. Users can also change themes and shortcuts according to their preferences and also add extensions for debugging and testing purpose. Number 2, Node.js. Node.js is an open server environment that can generate the dynamic page content. It can create, read, delete, write, and close the files on the server. Node.js can also collect the data from the database and also modify the data. Third, this is the most important and the most qualified tool that we have used in our final year project in terms of SQA is a React Native. React Native is a framework that is created by Facebook to enable smooth and easy cross-platform for mobile development. It means that you don't need to create iOS and Android apps separately. Now you can easily develop beautiful applications without compromising your UI and UX. Number 4 is the GitHub. We all know that GitHub is a platform that allows us to exchange our ideas, codes, designings, and other information. So we use this platform to test our performance of each other and do testing at our own pace. Automate our code, review style, quality, security, and test coverage checks when we need them. The last is the Android emulator. Android emulator is the best way of testing the application as compared to the physical devices. It helps us to test very fast and quick. We can simulate incoming phone calls and text messages. It has almost all the capabilities of a real testing.
Now we have SQA work-bound structure. We have SQA work breakdown of vaccination system. We have implemented SDLC, the software development lifecycle, the procedure for developing quality product. It begins with planning, leading to implementation by the help of documentation. The implementation is followed by testing and ends with deployment of quality product. Now we have as software quality assurance work breakdown of e-vaccination system. We have developed the work breakdown structure where we have solution, planning, development, and testing phases. Every module is followed by testing from mock testing till system testing.
Now, we have implemented one of the major concepts of SQA, that is the software testing estimation. It makes us accurate estimations determine all over the success of e-vaccine. They are essential for effective project planning and management. In this estimation, we have several phases. Number one is requirement analysis, and in the activity section, both team members, that is I, Harim, and Hari Vase, reviewed all the design and development and every module of requirement phase, and the deliverable was to make the quality best. The second is test planning, and the activity section says it reviews requirements analysis. Both team members are able to conquer the gaps in between. We plan for testing for getting the best results, and the deliverable was to write the test cases and the areas that need to be improved. The third is test designing. After the requirements analysis, we analyzed and reviewed the design and concurred that the design needs to be user-friendly. And the deliverable was test cases of UI, traceability of design modules got in turn.
Now at third, we have developed test environment system for testing our modules. We have developed checking the front end, which is checked by Harim, and back end for our project, which is developed by me, and we perform text execution for checking our increments or our modules, in which Harim start testing all the test cases of the screens of the application. I received the updates and applied some database work such as password hashing and fetching of the data. And at deliverables, we have the texts were reported by both members. Now at test reporting, both the team members, which is I and Harim, held a meeting over the online platform, where we shared the complexities about the modules of application. And at deliverables, we have test results, closure reports. As we are working on each testing, so the whole process will be repeated for the next module.
Now, testing and estimating strategies. We have applied several testing strategies for our final year project of e-vaccine. So number one is the functional testing. We have applied this testing to validate the software system against the functional requirements. We check that either we are fulfilling the requirements or not. For this, we maintain the mainline functions and check the basic usability. It involves the basic testing systems, like we are testing the user can freely navigate through the screens or not without any difficulty. We check the accessibility, that how many users have accessibility to book the vaccine for the child, either unregistered or the registered or both. And also, we concurred the error conditions, that it should always display the errors messages at the time of login and the registrations. Number second is the black box testing. This is the most easiest way of testing, because the analyzer does not have any idea about the application framework. They test the application from just a physical overview, that is a visible part. So this testing is done by our classmates. We send our project to them and ask them to concur the errors that are visible part of our application, just like at the time of registrations. Are they getting the input validation fields or not? So this is the black box testing of our application.
Now we have white box testing. We have implemented the white box testing in our project. The white box testing is a method that checks the internal working of the software. In order to assure the quality, it is very significant to find the loopholes in the system for the development of best quality product. So we implement white box testing to ensure the best quality in our e-vaccination application. Here you can see there is at my left side the draft of initial application, and at right side we have improved the quality of UI in our application. The slides also represent the previous and improved version of our application. Thank you.